Introducing Oyinkansola Alabi, popularly referred to as the Emotions Doctor, is the lead researcher, intellectual property owner, and the lead facilitator of Emotion City.
Hello and welcome to System 1 and System 2, a skit or script or movie where we'll be showing what an average Nigerian goes through in Nigeria and of course an average Lagosian, because you need a flavor of patience, self-control and love to live in Lagos. Lagos is a handful. Like you can wake up in Lagos like 6 o'clock and then by 6:30 power has changed hands. A lot of things will just be happening. So today we'll be sharing practical stories of how an average human being will react to a situation and how an emotionally intelligent professional or an emotionally intelligent soul should respond to a situation. My guest today is the one and only, before I reveal him, he's the only comedian who has been able to discover all the currencies, number one, and then the currency that has a surname. Are you aware that there are some currencies, in fact just one actually, has a surname in the world, just one currency. So Naira is just Naira, dollar is dollar, but there's a particular currency that has a surname, which is pound sterling. That's how to name a currency. So please welcome with me Damola, the one and only. Damola has different personas. So sometimes it's an old woman, sometimes it's anything. So I don't know the persona he's going to show today, but please welcome Damola. We'll be acting this together to just show what's going on in Lagos.
He had a joke around pounds.
Yeah, okay.
So it was one that first said pound sterling. So I now quoted him that I said, just like one of my senior colleagues said, if you check that tweet that day, I had to add it that as quoted by my senior colleague. It was the one that actually found out that reality.
Okay, so we'll be discussing traffic in Lagos and then traffic in Nigeria. So I'm sure almost all of us have been hit before by a downfall bus. Like if you've not been hit before, maybe you have an idea or you know somebody who has been hit. So Damola, when people are hit, like you're driving peacefully, and these guys who make a way where there seems to be no way, what's happening?
Well, the issue is that the average reaction of a normal Nigerian is aggression.
Yeah.
You know, when you are driving, especially in Lagos, you are living home
in the spirit
with a particular mindset. That you see, somebody even said that even if you just repented, like you just gave your life to Christ, you just gave your life to Christ in the church now. As you are driving out, somebody will test your feet with your car. You will not know when you just say, "Wait, so Jesus forgive me." As you're asking for forgiveness, another person has already scratched the day from behind. Now say tattoo the day, you will not come down, you know. So it's part of the culture, you know, that we have come to accept that when you are driving in Lagos, just imagine that. If people say anywhere you're driving, every other person on the road is crazy. Assume every other person is crazy. Here in Lagos, it is you are believing that here it's either somebody scratches somebody and try to be careful. You know, the way you drive, we drive what they call defensive driving.
Yeah.
You know, and the general reaction is anger
and to fight.
Because you'd never want to get angry from your house. You know. You are a happy person. The downfall driver that is on the road, by default, is angry. If you see a downfall driver that is polite, that is nice.
Do they exist?
That is so friendly.
Do they exist actually?
Telling you, please come in, sit down, feel at home. And you mention over
in New York,
two people in front, one person at the back. Please enter with your balance
or with your mask.
Change and make sure you're comfortably seated. Please
no coffee.
Don't enter.
No coffee.
Don't enter. Every downfall driver is aggressive.
And you know you have to actually enter on the move.
On the move. So they are aggressive normally. Factory setting, they are aggressive. Even when they are driving, even when they are playing music, they are dancing aggressively. You know when Their dance is aggressive. So everything about them is aggression. So even if they are at fault, they'll be angry with you.
Why?
They will just, if they scratch you, they will be angry with you.
That you even close
that
by.
you're even the one that, and then the target cars that are clean.
Are you serious?
Relationship, I'm not doing that scratch.
Cat here, show a little.
Scratch. By the time you come down, he has nothing
prostrate.
to do.
Yeah.
He has
They
nothing.
won't just prostrate.
Or they will prostrate. And like 18 of their colleagues will join them.
Yeah.
They come from nowhere. And I hear man, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So naturally, the general reaction is to be angry in response to that particular action. You know. But
so let's look at how we're supposed to act as an emotional, intelligent soul. So let me give you a good example. There was a particular day I was going to church. It was my PA that was driving. I sat at the back. And then on Ikorodu Road, Ikorodu Road, I was heading to church in Ikorodu Road. So the left wing is Anthony, then this other wing is going there. But there's the center of it. So we're at the center. And then there was this SUV Prado Jeep who I just noticed was too close. So I was wondering why he was driving so close. Are we twins? What's going on? But before I could finish ruminating on what was at the back of my mind, I just saw that he had hit us. And because, they always have metals in front, so he broke through our bumper. And then I came out, my PA came out. So I told my PA to go because he was supposed to drop me off at church and leave for wherever he was going to. So I told him to pick a cab. There was a yellow and black cab behind that. Pick a cab and then head out. So I saw the guy had gone to park in front of me. So as he parked in front of me, my emotional cue raised an alarm that you hit me behind and you went forward to park. That why didn't you stay behind? So my emotional cue just said to me that this gentleman may be tough to handle, but I was still objective and chilling. So he came out of his car after about 48 seconds, went to the front of the car and was checking his car. So I already knew again that power will change us. So what's going on? And then I was reminding myself, emotions doctor, so you can't fight on the Ikorodu Road, a lot of those things. And then after checking his car, he now chilled, he didn't come. So I was looking at him, he was looking at me. And then all of a sudden, I saw that he was pacing towards me. So I moved close to him. And as I moved close to him, I said, "Oh, good afternoon, sir." And he looked at me from head to toe. So I saw him look at me and then he was lifting me with his eyes. And as he was lifting me, I was following the lifting and the eyes like I have entered it today. And then I knew when he dropped me, bam! Like even me, I felt it. So after he dropped me, he didn't say anything for some seconds. And the next thing he said was, "Go and call your husband. I won't talk to you now." Let me remind you that I lived in Mushin for 18 years.
Oh, really? Which part of Mushin?
Ayotuga. So I'm very aware of the options, available options. And then he said, "Go and call your husband. I don't talk to you." And then he said, and then, as he said that, I felt the pain in my shoulder. Wally. When somebody slaps you and you didn't find the slapper. He said it and I felt, ouch. I didn't see it coming. I didn't anticipate it at all. Like I've never met that flavor of madness. So I turned around. I did something that is a technique in emotional intelligence. I turned around twice and then I looked at him and I said to him that my husband is not here. So we have to talk. And I could see the shock on his face. He didn't see it coming. Because he had attacked me and he felt I was going to fight. And he felt that if we fought, we would scatter it and then he would drive off. So what happened was that I came in unpredictable. And then I said to him that, "Oh, my husband is not here." He attempted to bully me, but I didn't say one word. After about 40 minutes, he paid for my car. Because in between, I called my mechanic. He showed up on a bike and all that. I could see them talking because the moment my mechanic came, I went to sit in my car. But my goal was on the desired outcome, that you will take responsibility for my car, and then my goal is there. So if you think that I will get upset and lose my focus, it's not going to happen. I'll give another example of a downfall driver. Downfall drivers hit people, they're not normal. Downfall driver, in fact, this time when this downfall driver hit me, my car was new, I still had my nylon. When you buy a car and then inside, I only removed where I was sitting. I didn't remove nylon on other places because other people will know that they should just sit on the nylon. I didn't even want it to be stained. Not just that it was brand new, but I had an attachment to my car. So I had removed my own nylon. And then this time was a civic center. I was just driving those traffic lights. I just was there, very anointed in my space in the spirit. And then I saw this yellow and green bus just beside me, and I saw that it was trying to meander. So I was wondering where the space was, but they can make ways where there seems to be no
anywhere.
So it meandered and then landed in front of me. So as it landed in front of me, I saw that the last mile officer started looking at my car. So it was looking at my car, it was looking below, and was looking inside. So I was wondering why all of a sudden the last mile officer was focused on my car. So I said, what's going on? But by the time he was going in front of me, my car shook. But I didn't know the meaning.
There was a contact.
I didn't know the meaning.
And a movement.
I'm telling you, serious facilities. So when the last one officer kept on looking at me, I just felt, okay, something obviously is happening. So I came down and then I just saw my bumper on this car. What's your bumper? What's your bumper?
That's what the first one said.
I know your bumper. And I still had nylon inside. Bumper out. I almost entered coma. Like, I was so in shock and humbled.
A whole bumper.
And when I still had nylon, you don't understand the pain. When there's nylon in your car and your bumper is outside.
It will now look as if it is as if you are getting the car instrumental.
I'm telling you. As if I've not paid. As if I've not paid for the bumper.
They are going to staple.
I know the next thing they did was to prostrate. I did know when I said, this area you are going.
Don't prostrate.
You will remind me of Mushin Spirit, system 1. Anyone that the Bible says, I will take away your heart of stone, I give you a heart of flesh.
Just quickly borrow that spoon back.
I said, so I started thinking, of course he didn't pay, but one thing I did was he followed me to my mechanic's workshop and then he fixed it. Interestingly, by the time he was going, he asked for transport fare. Because I was like, I should please, my mechanic is at Ilukuju that, I should please give him transport fare because I picked him from VI. We didn't have money at all. And I was kind enough to give him 1,000 naira. And it was right because I was telling him, I said to him, I said, you can't keep doing this to people. Where were you going? But of course, I see where they come from because when they are driving on the road, it's a battle. So they don't drive like we are driving.
For people.
Yes, it's a battle. But here is what I think that we should always pay attention to, which is the fact that every time somebody hits you, let's focus on what the goal is and the desired outcome. If the goal and desired outcome is for them to fix it, then there are two ways to be assertive and not be aggressive. Because usually people are aggressive. In between aggression, you trade blows, you trade insults. Sometimes people die. I've seen situations in Lagos where people were fighting. Somebody
just
mistakenly,
one blow, and the person was
somebody. In fact, this other one happened at Lekki. A man held a woman by the shirt. It was a woman who hit him. Held the woman by the shirt. People gathered and were saying, "Oh, please leave her alone." That kind of that. And then he pushed her. He shoved her. But she was wearing heels, so she didn't land. And then she landed on her head, like she died. I know about the story. They didn't tell me. I know about it. So I've seen where good intentions had wrong executions, and it's usually the executions that people see. So the next time you are in traffic or anything is happening, please focus on your goal. Then some of us have the habit of using our phones while either texting, doing WhatsApp, and all of those things. Please focus on whatever is happening. If you have to even put maybe Bluetooth, whatever, speakers or whatever it is, your life is very crucial. Because I've met some people who had accidents because they were on their phones. And they are usually kind to share. They won't share it with everybody, but they are usually kind to say, I was actually texting. But by the time you look at what they've lost, you don't
compared to that 4 naira text.
The person you're even talking to has no idea that you were driving or had no idea you were driving. Because you will be shocked that people have no idea that you are responding at the wheels.
And aside that, one should also consider the cost and benefits of the people that you are trying to
Yes, in fact, emotional intelligence is called applying consequential thinking.
Exactly. For example, now I heard of somebody that was hit somewhere, let's assume Abonika, and out of anger, he said that damn fool was catching
one leap.
Now to bike. Controlling and chasing the damn fool guy. I think he mistakenly fell and after the ghost. What is your game?
The game
because
there
the guy,
is the ego.
The damn fool guy,
is the ego.
has nothing to lose.
Toti anymore.
He does not even know.
Is the ego. Let me tell you, every time people are fighting, the fight is beyond two people. The third person that is very controlling, very dominating, very bossy is the ego. And this person is very invisible. So when two people come down and somebody says something that another person interprets as disrespectful, the ego will now tell the person, and then you now want to defend it. Don't talk to me like that, and then the other person. It's not every time. We should even choose the battles we get into. Like in Lagos, for example, a random person can just call you Ashewu, especially if you're a lady. Do you want to be giving them feedback?
That's true.
Because you don't even know where they're coming from. They are in the sun, they're already angry, they might not have eaten, and then here you are.
They sleep inside that same box.
Yeah, here you are feeling like a slave queen. You now said you should not be jealous. Do you understand? And then at that point, how do you think that he will know that you are making money through your brain? Not every part of you. Not that you are sexualizing yourself. So this happens to all of us at every point in time. But let's focus on what we call the cost and benefit, and then focusing on the desired outcome. If anybody hits you in traffic, the key thing that we should focus on is fixing your car, whether through insurance or through the person who hit you. And then another way is, how are you delivering this particular message to get to your desired outcome? To get to your desired outcome. If it's a friend hit another person yesterday morning and lady came down and the friend said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I will pay for it." She already came down with a lot of energy. "I will pay for it. Let's call our mechanics." The mechanic said 40,000, blah, blah, blah. He said, "Oh, that's how much should I bring?" She said, "Oh, bring the money." They said, and he said, "Give me your account number. Here's my business card. I will pay for it." Of course, that's a graduate of emotional intelligence class. Before, he could have...
But, as much as that is good, how do we place this kind of situation where the hitter
does not want to pay?
No, volunteer to pay.
Okay.
And the hittee, that is the person that was
hit
by the car. Because there's something to do. Nobody camping.
Oh, okay.
One night after an event at Sheraton, driving, suddenly,
you're blessed.
I hit the bumper. He came out. Gentleman, right? Tomorrow, I said the problem of being in your house by 7. We had a gentleman, so I thought it was normal. When we go to the mechanic shop, I said, pressure, affected side mirror, affected that, affected this. Then I was looking at him, because the mechanics, I said, "Oh, God, this thing that hit this your car was not even that bad. So it couldn't have affected any other part of your car. So how do we handle this situation?" After I fixed the bumper, now this in such a situation.
That one is an opportunistic fellow. Unfortunate. Actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you handle such?
But it was so good
emotional intelligent.
It was so good that the mechanics were truthful.
Yes.
Because that's the same thing. Like, you and I know that it was this bumper.
The guy wanted to renovate his car. Wanted to revamp his car. He now saw that as an opportunity. There's nothing he did not say. Well, he almost said the charging port.
I can't imagine. It's not working. Maybe it's tired. It's not even working. But what I think I would have done, actually, I'd have kept quiet.
I did actually.
Yeah, I'd have kept quiet. Because I would have just kept quiet when they are done with the bumper and the pay. I would have just left.
Well, the reason why I kept quiet was not even from emotional. It was out of surprise.
You were in shock. in your front.
Uncle.
What's going on? This is a brand
Is
new
it
car.
this same car?
So a model called Welat Express.
I wasn't even it was just a
I know now. Smoosh.
touch.
Who smooch here? Uncle smooch around. Charging port. No, that one is. And then
the mechanic was shocked.
he may not be normal. Because I've observed that an average Nigerian thinks that everybody is normal.
That's true. It's not everybody that said it's
No,
correct.
it's not everybody.
Some people talking like capsule.
I'm telling
They talk not tied and look like sword. Think their head is correct.
I'm
They have
telling
fun
you.
too.
So it may not be normal. He may be going through issues, and I think he just felt maybe he's been praying to even fix the car. He didn't have money. So the moment you showed up, but it was so clear that even the mechanics fought for you.
Yes, they
And
did.
then you held your peace.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
Because sometimes, imagine if you had responded aggressively, it could have escalated into a fight. He has nothing to lose. He may be a fighter, like he may be on a suicide mission. Because people are shocked that you are the one who thinks that you want to leave. Some people don't care. Like they can kill for anything. So what will it cost him to bring? And we see it. People just take weapons. And then that's the end. And then they don't mind sleeping in jail. There was one 24-year-old I was hearing on the news yesterday that killed his girlfriend. He said the girlfriend cheated on him. I said, yes, I stabbed her and I watched her die. They now told him that, didn't he know he was going to end up in jail? He said he knows. I doesn't mind. In this country,
they are looking for accommodation.
In this country, it's eternal. At least 20 years free rent. And they will be feeding them. So hope you guys learned something from this particular edition on Lagos and traffic and how to respond as opposed to reacting, how to be assertive, which is communicating your message and not your pain, instead of being aggressive, which is communicating your pain and not your message. Our next kit is on how Nigerians react at receptions. Food, jollof rice. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this timeless teaching. For bookings or details on the Emotion City, please visit www.emotioncity.com.